Hi ladies, welcome back. By this stage you've seen part 1 and 2 and now I'd like to go on with what needs to be done for when you actually leave. What you have to do is you actually have to prove that you did try and that there was a trial separation. So what you do is you leave and then you come back and basically you show that you were the one who was actually trying. So once you've established that, what your partner will do is, he'll take time off work. He'll try everything to basically to spend more time with the family. So you'll find that they'll do everything. In my case, what I had done was I had a multi-million-dollar business. I had it going from Cairns through to Brisbane, some 1,700 kilometres in between. I had factories in 2 major towns besides my main town that I'm in. Basically these 2 factories I decided to close down. They were making enormous amounts of money, but the thing was it was taking time away from my daughter. And the thing was I was letting them go a little bit, and I wasn't visiting as much and as frequently. And so basically I decided, well, I'm losing money here because I'm not going up there as frequently to check up on it. And so what I did was I decided to close it down. What I did was I spoke to the manager who was up there and advised him of my feelings. And so what happened then was that manager decided to take all my staff, start up his own opposition business pretty well straight away, and basically use my advertising and basically it cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of damage, because basically I wanted to let people know so that way they could start looking for jobs. But I wasn't ready to close down the business at that stage. It was only talking about it. But anyway, so and in the meantime, what my ex was doing was gathering information. So what you actually have to do is plan. You have to plan to utterly destroy your partner. Now, if you've got a pen and paper, what I'll do is I'll go through a checklist with you for some ideas as to what you should do. This is what happened in my case. Because I had a humongous business, you can imagine it was costing me over $150,000 to maintain that database. It was an MYOB database. So to re-data entry all of the entries again would have just cost enormous amounts of money. So the first thing you do is if you've owned a business, make sure you steal all the backups, the database and the backups, so that way for the taxation purposes, it makes it extremely difficult. When you go, you have to make sure, whatever you do not contact any person in the family that he knows, or any friend. Do not let them know under any circumstances where you are. You don't want to give any stability to the father. You basically want to totally destroy any chance of him having any stability. Now, cancel your mobile phone, and it's very important that so that they can't subpoena. Before you cancel, make sure that there's a whole heap of messages that he's trying to SMS, he's trying to call. Don't, whatever you do, answer them. Basically it plays with their minds. Then what you do is you cancel the mobile phone, and then always buy a SIM that is a prepaid, so that way there is no record of telephone numbers even if you called or you didn't call, and that way you can actually fabricate that you tried and that you went to the house, and that you and it helps you with fabricating police statements later on, which I'll explain. You got to steal his birth certificate. That's a good one. And any resumes that he has, or references from other people throughout his life, take the lot. Make sure that he's got no references whatsoever. Take all, so that's all the character references. And the thing that is really, really good is, and this really emotionally affects them, guys, is take all the photos, every single photo that is in the house of your child, take the lot. And any videos, of your child growing up and all that type of thing, make sure that there's no evidence at all that person was a loving, father. You just take it all. Even if you basically get rid of it, just get rid of the whole lot. If you've got 2 cars, make sure that you destroy one of them, even if you have to run it into the ground, but most assuredly make sure that before you do it, you use his car, and make sure that you get quite a few speeding tickets, or traffic fines, where red light cameras is a good one, and something where it just takes the photo. Pay for it, make sure that he doesn't know, pay for it, and that way you leave him with no points on his license, so that way he has trouble getting to work. Or I was very lucky, I was left with 1 point. Whatever you do, don't make that mistake. Also, delete all his music. Make sure that he's got no music whatsoever, and make sure that everything of his past life, all his phone records, everything, make sure you take the lot. If he's got a mobile phone and it has all the SMSs in it, do this. Drop it, accidentally drop it in some water, dry it off, and then when he tries to use it, that the phone doesn't work anymore. If it's under warranty, he'll just send it in to get to fix, and what they do is they replace it, so they lose all the SMS messages. But also delete all the SMS messages off the phone, so that way there is no evidence. You don't want to leave any evidence. What really affects them is, in my case, take all their music. I was a professional musician. That will cruel them as well, that their life's work that they've recorded, take it, because anything at all that's going to cause and affect harm, that is what you do. The idea is you got to break them before you leave. The other thing that you have to do is make sure you steal all the bank accounts, so that way, even if they can get it, make sure that's gone. Steal all the tax invoice books, and anything that is related to taxation, so that way, if you've cooked the books, there's no proof of it. The other thing too is if you've got a business and you're helping, make sure you give like $1,000 discounts off things. Make sure that basically it looks as though the business just failed because of pure negligence or something. Now, the reason that you actually take all the taxation monies and in fact don't even pay the taxation and don't tell them. In Australia, we have to pay tax, which is GST every 3 months. What you do is you don't pay it, and don't tell them that you didn't pay it. So when you leave them with a couple or 6 months worth of non-payment. But also, if you're not paying, if you have to pay superannuation to the staff that you have, and if you've got 90 staff, you can imagine how much money that adds up to. But don't pay that. But make sure that he doesn't know that it's happened until you've left, and then he realizes how severely in trouble he is. After the trial separation, what you have to do is you have to find opportunity to actually find a way of fabricating evidence. Now, there's several ways, and what usually, if he's wising up to what's happening, is he will always have someone with him when actually doing the changeovers. And sometimes they'll even get someone to live with them in the house because you know, they don't want to be alone during this time. And so I called 2 staff members that were previously working for the business to actually help me, because I was in no frame of mind to run a multi-million-dollar business. So what you do is when you come to the house, you try and you even ask questions like, is someone going to be there? And you know, you say, well, you know, I'm not sure, they might be there, they might not be there, but try and get it that they're not there. Unfortunately, that the mother couldn't actually do that. So what happened was she wanted to go on a bike ride, and I was thinking, this is quite strange that, you know, she doesn't even own a bike, but she wanted to meet somewhere other than the house so that there was no witnesses around. So to fabricate, you know, domestic violence. What she had done is she organised with her lawyer that and advised of a day that she was actually going to come to the house. Now, for some reason, she had a car accident, and she rolled the car 5 times on a blind corner. She's not admitting that at this point in time. Basically, she perjured herself in the courtroom. Don't worry, the courts don't care. Don't worry about perjuring, because, you know, you just lie your teeth off. It doesn't matter. So what happened was there was 10 additional clauses that had to go into my domestic violence order, and I'm thinking, well, why do I need these 10 additional clauses? And I thought, well, you know, they arrived the day that and it was 2 days after she was supposed to have met me, and I was thinking, hey, this is really suspicious. Anyway, one of the clauses was that I wasn't to be 10 meters away from the mother, you know, that I had to stay my distance. And I was thinking, this is just mad. So what I did was, you know, she said she was coming, and this is after the car accident, and so I said, okay, yeah, and I ended up saying, well, you know, okay, bye. And she wanted to come in the car with me, and I'm thinking, why does she want to come in the car with me? Anyway, so I ended up taking the documents and the mother, who was supposedly wanting, you know, not to meet 10 meters away. And so we went down to I drove down to the police station, and I said to the police, I said, you know, I've got these orders, you know, and she's after these additional orders, and I don't understand why she's in my car right now, and I just don't get this. Anyway, we'll start with the next video.